Say what's happening. Hey, I ain't been live in a little minute, so sorry to jump back on my live. You did. Hey, the big question is the big Meech tell you did because Coffee been come out saying bitch big Meech done been talking, and I don't believe Meech been talking, you did. So we gonna see Mickey Truth break down this paperwork because Mickey Truth is the queen of paperwork. So we gonna jump into this because she got it. She say he didn't snitch. But I know 50 got it. Meech party shut down a couple of days ago. Shit was crazy. The boy touches unreasonable, bro. He can like why? Like Rick Ross messing 50 up out here. I mean, Rick Ross messing Meech up out here, bro. 50 putting food in your family mouth and in your child mouth, you feel me? But damn, like, that's a tough situation. But let's get into this video. Let's see Mickey True break this down, though you did. See, she is the queen of paperwork. I'm trying to find my damn thing tripping. I see my damn thing, but it ain't popping up. Oh, that's why I'm tripping. My fault, I'm tripping, y'all. There you go.
For a year ago, I think about 2 years at this point, I dropped the, deep dive into Tammy Collins. Yeah, the name that 50 Cent has going crazy right now, okay? And it's breaking down what I was able to find out in regards to this mystery lady. Well, at that time, she was a mystery. Now she's not. At that time, it was, who is this Tammy Collins that Blue Da Vinci is saying is a informant? Who is the Tammy Collins that
Blue Da Vinci knew
BMF
before anybody.
Got Meech's life rights, right? So I did my 1-2. So here go the redrop. Okay, so for the new people that keep coming over here looking for what I had to say about Tammy Collins, here you go. Check it out.
We had Mickey Truth.
Who is this? You got Mickey Truth kicked out.
Shout out Mickey.
Let's get one thing clear. This your girl, Mickey Truth.
Shout out to Mickey True, queen of paperwork, you dig me?
And I just want to reiterate another disclaimer. All information is alleged, assume, opinion based off of public record research, okay? In this video, I'm going to lay out my timeline based off of information I have pulled from multiple sources, including interviews, public records, just me trying to connect the dots, okay? So let me be clear. This is my opinion, my guess as to the timeline when it refers to Tammy Collins, okay? Now, obviously, nobody's actually laying
All
out
these boys were trying to get with
for
the
like
lady, bro.
flat out what it is. Well, let me rephrase it, because technically we definitely know she was smashing Blue Da Vinci.
Hey,
if he don't tell you nothing else clearly, he'll tell you that. But we're gonna break it down point by point. And maybe one of the fellas will pick this up and actually want to get the business clear, because I don't know, y'all.
My mama.
I'm trying to get
Daddy
there
make a
so
video.
that we
What you
can really
doing?
talk about it, but everybody is
You been
moving
bad?
goalposts. Want to reflect on Big Meech having to know what was going on this and that. And you know what? Before I get into it, let me play this clip real quick.
Which I don't believe he didn't know. I believe he knew. You know what I'm saying? He's still basically made the head of everything, controlling the BMF, the business. So that means you know what I'm saying, she did that, that means you condoned it. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
what Blue Da Vinci said is kind of lining up.
So Blue Da Vinci put her down with me. So if he knew that, Blue Da Vinci
didn't put her down with me. Shit.
you know that's bullshit. On that case.
Hold on. All right, everybody can stop talking right now. Nobody know what they talking about. Now, at the end of the day, first and foremost, Tammy Cowens was Blue Davinic bitch on the streets in 03.
I want y'all to keep in mind that clip was from March 2nd, 2023, okay? And like I told y'all from then to now, I've always been trying to get the backstory to the whole Tammy Cowens entering the picture type thing. Because like I told y'all, it was many confidential informants and snitches on the BMF case for sure, right? So again, we finally are connecting Tammy Cowens to other cases. It will be important to know the backstory. But you know what? That's for another
Make too much noise, little girl.
And trust me, there's gonna be many more videos to come. Let's get to the timeline. As you guys heard just now from Blue Davinic himself, he met or started messing with Tammy Cowens in 2003. So I feel like that's what we should start at. And just a side note, just to elaborate, y'all do realize I'm the female in the audio. Like, I'm the only one that was trying to really like clear the air. Like, okay, hold on now. If you saying Big Meech knew, then Blue Davinic knew. Y'all heard that, right? Blue Davinic said he ain't know shit, but he knew for a fact that was his bitch in 2003. So let's get to 2003.
Everything we talking about and all the people we talking about. That was my bitch.
What,
I
mama?
put my dick in her ass on the motherfucking
Yeah, that's clean the road because you made it dirty.
She ain't no Big Meech like that. She ain't know him. She ain't go to his house. She ain't know him. They weren't friends. She wasn't a personal assistant. None of that shit. She was my bitch. And I kept her away from the homies. That was my older bitch back then to where, excuse me, lady, saying bitch like that. But that was my older lady that I would go hang out with at the end of the night. We leave the club and all that shit. But I wouldn't have her around all the hoopla. Because I was young and I felt like this my older chick. I ain't finna have her around all these niggas and all this shit. You know, I chill with her on my own.
Let's break down what we know at this point for 2003. Blue Davinic clearly says that was who he was smashing in 2003. He even went as far as saying Big Meech didn't know nothing about Tammy Cowens at that point. He didn't even bring her around him. Okay. So in my mind, all right, you messing with this lady, right? In 2003. Although you personally may not have around the crew, I'm pretty sure she knew you was connected to BML. Because if you watch any clips or any videos, like he repped BML heavy back then, okay? So I don't think she was oblivious to that he was a part of BML. Now, I'm gonna leave that there at this moment, right? If we move on to the cuff case, mind you,
oh my God,
Blue Davinic woke this up when he went on Cape Capone, all right? Because I didn't know nothing about a cuff, okay? Nevertheless, he dropped documents. Now, I'm going to get into that document later in another video, but he dropped the documents nevertheless to this case. On that same case, Tammy Cowens allegedly, right? Because allegedly, is the CSI 1 on that case. In that document, and I'm going to tell y'all again, document 406, page 148, they ask CS1. This is what they asked. Now, is it fair to say that you testify that you met Mr. Flannery in about 2002, correct? CS1's answer, maybe 2002, 2003. Yes, sir. Question. Okay. And you were actually introduced to Mr. Flannery, I believe, by his mother. Question mark.
That's crazy.
Answer. No, by Barima McKnight. Question. I'm sorry. Answer. Barima McKnight. Question. Barima McKnight, and she was a friend of yours? Answer. He is a friend of mine. Is a friend of mine. That's what it is, a friend of mine.
Was a friend of yours.
Then the question was, he was a friend of yours? I'm sorry. She answered, he's a friend of mine, huh? Okay. Not past tense. She made clear he is a friend of mine. Okay. Now, if I go back up to this document, this court hearing took place October 17, 2016. So again, she clearly says, look, she's elaborating and corroborating what Blue Davinic is saying. They were friends. Now, she don't go in detail about the sex and all that, but Blue Davinic did. So we can confirm 2003-ish, right? Blue Davinic, a.k.a. Barima McKnight, and Tammy Cowens, allegedly, a.k.a. CS1, definitely had some type of friendship in 2003 prior to the relationship with Meech. So that's where we are in 2003.
He's the one.
Now I'm gonna throw a little wrench out there for y'all. Hold on. Now, I wanted to ask Blue Davinic this question the very first time on March 2nd when we dropped the content. However, I didn't get a chance to. But I want to know what was the status of Tammy Cohen's and her husband at the time. Yes, her husband. Now, was he actually her husband in 2003? I can't say 100% sure. However, I do know they had a child at least at that point, okay, in 2003. So,
Mama, stop doing that. It's nasty.
So I wonder, was Tammy Cohen's like creeping on her husband? Was her husband involved with BMF? Is that how Blue Davinic met her? You know, I don't know. Because if y'all paid attention to the series, a lot of the women that was connected to like the drug dealers had like side relationships. So I don't know. But again, that's a question we can ask Blue Davinic. You know, because obviously the issue with him as far as the situation is Tammy Cowens right now, in my opinion, because he comes in hot when it comes to her name. So what y'all think? We're going to continue to the next part of the timeline. Now, my estimate for 2004-2005 is that Terry White and Tammy Cohen began a relationship of some sort. Now, I'm not going to put a title on it. He said girlfriend, then cut friend. She said nothing. So, I don't know exactly what they were, but they definitely was something, okay? Now, in the Terry White case, and before I get into that, y'all know I got to do side notes. I've been getting flagged since I started my platform, right? They always, especially men, they always say, oh, she ain't never caught no cases. She don't know what she's talking about. She don't know this, but I'm a researcher, right? Even before Mickey Truth became a YouTuber, I was a researcher. Everybody that know me know I like to look into stuff, like period. Like I'm literally like a walking Google because like I get bored. I'll look up random stuff. You know, I just like, that's just, I mean, you call it nosy, whatever, but it never does, right? I look at things deeply.
No,
like,
right.
I like to play Clue. Mama. If y'all remember in my early videos, I used to be like, yo, don't get in your feelings. We're playing Clue. I could be wrong, but I always show my trail. So call it out. If you're involved in the story, let me know.
No,
like,
Ray,
fill me
baby,
in.
stop.
Anyway, so with this, if it was me, you know, who am I? I don't know nothing. But anyway, just my opinion. If it was me, if I really want to wake some stuff up with Tammy Cohen's from like Blue Davinic, I wouldn't even use Cuff case. I would have used Terry White's case, to tell you the truth, because Terry White's case, you know, I ain't even gonna give y'all too much because y'all already know Mickey Truth is your favorite blogger's favorite resource. So I'm just gonna give them that and see what they come up with that. Because then y'all know I love bringing my content once other people start hitting it, just to show like I really do this. But anyway, back to the paperwork. Now, in the Terry White case, it says here, the aforementioned CI number 1 has no criminal record and has known Terry White for the past 3 to 4 years. CI number 1 has established a strong record of credibility and reliability during the course of this investigation, as information divulged by White during recorded telephone calls with CI number 1 was found to be very consistent with information about White previously related to the DA by CI number 1. Now, so if you have really been looking into this, then we know per the documents that the informing or the investigation into Terry White as far as CS number 1 started in 2008. So if we take 4 years back from 2008, we get 2004. If we go back 3 years, we get 2005. So that's where I get my estimate of about 2004, 2005.
Hey,
okay.
Bubba.
Now, in that case also, okay, it goes on to say that the defendant believes Tammy Cohen's is CI number 1. Miss Cohen's has been a steady girlfriend of Mr. White, even after Mr. White began seeing Miss Leeton. He continued to have a sexual relationship with Miss Cohen's, despite breaking their principal relationship. all while she was taping Mr. White for the government and acting as an informant for them from 2008 to June 2009. She continued to have a sexual relationship with Mr. White, and she used her sexual relationship as a device to get him to talk on the phone, etc. All right. None of this information, however, was included in the affidavit, and that's why I'm gonna pause because, like I said, I'm gonna do the Terry White case. So
you see to be mean to you.
Here I am, right? Yeah. And now, I want to know. So if Blue Davinic was smashing her like that in 2003, like in her ass and all, like you said, and then Terry White was tapping in 2004, 2005. A question for Blue Davinic, right, would be, how long were you actually smashing Tammy Cohen's at that point? Interesting. That's something we probably would want to get asked, right? Y'all let me know. Maybe not. Maybe y'all don't care, right? Maybe y'all don't care about really understanding how deep Tammy Cohen's at. So I don't even know. How do you pronounce it? Cohen's, whatever. Goes with this, right? This is what we're supposed to be looking at per everybody saying, why are we losing focus? Well, Mickey Truth is trying to focus in, but I'm not getting the answers to the questions. Y'all want me to go other places. And then when I find stuff, y'all say, no, that's not what it is. Tomato, whatever. But anyway. Come on, let's get to the business, okay? Now, let's move on to the next. So if we're in 2005, I think it's only right in 2006. Yeah, I think that's a good starting point. So 2006, here we come. Wait. We can't leave 2005 yet. Oh my gosh. Okay. 2005. Also, now let's back it up, okay? We don't know yet if Tammy Cohen's and Blue Davinic is still smashing in 2005, right? But we can at least, in our opinion, say she's smashing Terry White for sure, right? But you know what else was going on in 2005? Her husband, right? Mr. Cohen's. I'm not going to say his first name because I don't know what connection he has to anything. So I'm going to just refer to him as Mr. Cohen's. If you figure it out, that's on you. Took me a little time to figure it out, but nevertheless. Mr. Cohen's was arrested for family violence battery. And I think that's like another way of saying CDV for the most part. But the actual charge is family violence battery. And this happened July of 2005. So now, because he got
you don't need
a battery charge, that doesn't technically mean they're together, play no game, right? I don't know what was the stipulations around this situation, but nevertheless, they definitely got into some stuff. And it got kind of bad because even a child endangerment charge was put on them at one point because allegedly their child, who at this time was 5 years old. So if you were wondering why I said she had a baby about 2000, 2001, it's because according to the information on this case, the child was 5 years old. So it's just interesting. It's interesting. These are a lot of people entertained with one woman. Yeah, baby. So again, we just asking questions. You know, Truth Team really want to know what really was going on. And like I said, the cuff case just wasn't a great starting point if you want to wake it up. But nevertheless, I got y'all. Y'all know me. I'm going to look. So now let's move to 2006. So 2006, I'm going to start off by saying Mr. Cohen's was found guilty of the charge. Now, I don't know off the top of my head because I don't actually have that in front of me if it was a plea or something like that. I have to do that later on. But for the purpose, I'm just throwing this out because I'm going to need to reference it.
I'm not bad. I'm grown. You're not grown.
The most important thing that happened to me as far as public record was that Tammy Cohen's filed for divorce in 2006. And in 2006, not only did the divorce get filed, but the divorce actually was dismissed. And the reason why it was dismissed, per the notes on here, it said because basically the plaintiff or defendant at Calendar Carl was not there. Like they never showed up. So it says court gave attorney an opportunity to contact the plaintiff, but no response from the plaintiff. Now, in my opinion, True Team and special guests, y'all tell me. Normally, if you don't show up to court and they can't make the argument, it gets thrown out because, like, what can they do in your absence? So, in my opinion, did she have like second thoughts? She wanted to work something out with her husband, but then on the same note, aren't you actively having a relationship with Terry White at this point? And were you still having a relationship
Blue
with
Davinic?
Blue Davinic?
That one was all over the place.
You know what? Blue Davinic actually came in the Clout Monsters room last night, and he added a little bit more details to the relationship of him and Tammy Cohen. So before we get into the next part of the timeline, because maybe this will help us figure out what's next, let's listen to what Blue Davinic said.
Don't y'all niggas understand this shit? Y'all niggas not understanding what I'm fucking. Nah. That ain't.
People think it's contributing. The niggas supposed to believe you.
For the last 10 minutes and listen to you on somebody else's phone that grabbed me by the elbow. All right, I listened to you before I even got my phone and tapped into this shit. All right, so just let me go over what I heard you say before anything else. All right, I'm gonna correct all those things. All right, no disrespect. This is respectfully. Everything I'll be excited. That's just my character. But this is respectfully. This what I'm finna lay on y'all right now. Okay, I'm finna take y'all to something. I said this before, but I guess niggas be clipping this shit out and don't be catching shit. Tammy was my bitch in 03, my nigga. Okay, that lady slept with me. My nigga, not with Demetrius, not with J-Bo, not with none of these other niggas, okay? That was my little older broad, and she wasn't no rat, none of that shit. Bitch was buying me Kawasaki 900 motorcycles, nigga, all right? When I stayed in Doraville, Georgia, nigga, with jacuzzis inside of my house, with Olympic-sized swimming pools outside, and no big beach did not live there. Okay, let's be fucking clear. We gonna be clear as fuck tonight. We be finna get this shit out here, nigga, for real. Niggas all this protecting and all this motherfucking, this is the homie. Fuck all that. I love me too. But what's right is right, and what's fucking wrong is wrong, nigga. Period. All right? These niggas trying to run my name through the mud. I sat, nigga, for 3 years and watched these niggas and laughed. And just seen, nigga, what? Who doing what? These little niggas. All right, now watch this. Let me take you through a progression right quick. This lady I stopped dealing with when I went to prison in 2007.
Like I've been telling y'all, listening to any interview that Blue Davinic does, he may not paint the whole picture, but he gonna give you bits and pieces for you to definitely follow the trail. So let's get into 2007, because as Blue Davinic confirmed, he dealt with, and this is what I took from it. Y'all let me know if y'all took the same thing. From 2003 to 2007, that was his chick. And a little side note, let me tell y'all, I keep telling y'all, it got to be something that's like in his spirit when it comes to Tammy Cohen. And I don't bias because she's an informant. She hurt him. You know what, ladies, y'all let me know. It sounds like he's hurt by her, like for sure. Why? I don't know. Did she sleep with Meech? But no, she couldn't have slept with Meech, right?
Meech was in jail.
Because Meech went to jail in 2005. Like, literally, he has not been out of jail since 2005. And he went to jail in 2007. So it can't be a sexual situation. Unless, did it come out that No, I'm not even going to put that out there. Something is there. But Blue Davinic, I actually want to know, like, as far as Tammy, I don't, everything else is, it's enough people digging into that. Like, I really want to know what's going on with the Tammy Cohens. Like, what's the issue with that?
You put water on the paper?
Y'all hear it. He gets real passionate about that part. Nevertheless, back to the timeline.
You don't get a whooping.
So, 2007. At this point, we can confirm she's actively still dealing with Blue Davinic per his words.
You put it on the paper?
Right? She's actively dealing with Terry White per his documents from his point of view, right?
I don't have no paper, baby.
I'm going to say she's actively
I don't have no paper.
Doing what it is with her husband because she decided not to divorce him. So that's 3 right there.
Come on in.
I'll play the game.
It's a lot.
Daddy, do something.
But unfortunately, some sad stuff happened in 2007 for the Cohen's family. And that's the part of the timeline that was significant. And let's get into that. In April 2007, Mr. Cohen was killed in a motorcycle accident, according to his court documents. Okay. Now, as I told y'all previously, he had an open case where he allegedly, I'm just gonna say allegedly, assaulted Miss Cohen's, Tammy Cohen's, in front of their child who was 5 years old at the time. Okay. He did take a plea deal where he had to be on probation. Okay. At the time of his death, he actually had a warrant out for failing a drug test, and he was supposed to be arrested. However, he was killed. Damn. And on this document, which is located in the video, it says this, that he passed away. Go ahead and close the case. Now, I've looked at some information in regards to his background. I couldn't really pinpoint exactly what it was that he did, but the more I look and the more I'm hearing stuff come out, and y'all, if y'all follow me on Clubhouse, y'all know my little theory about them loosely based events in BMF the series, but I'm not even gonna get into that right now. But according to Tammy Cohen's, or allegedly CS number one, in her transcript on the cuff case, they asked her about the bankruptcy, which I told you guys was confirmed that it was a bankruptcy on file. Ooh. It says in there, in the transcript, that she referenced her husband, and I put it in the video. So what she says about him is what caught my attention to, like, it's important to know what Blue Dimension knows as far as his relationship with her. Where did they meet? How did they meet? Whatever, right? Because it is in that transcript on the cuff case. Nevertheless, right? She refers to, well, they refer to the bankruptcy, right? She says, well, yes, once my husband passed away, that's when the money problem started, right? We were very well off before she said the automobile accident, okay? Said it was very well off before then. He passed, she even was able to buy him a boat for his birthday. Dang. And then when he passed away, she received $100,000 for the uninsured motorist claim, then $200,000 for the life insurance. Okay, so that's a total of $300,000. Now, this is me. Okay, y'all know I dig into people's background. I do. I dug into his background. I'm not going to say I really know what he really did for a living, okay? Because he has some charges. So I don't know. It's still like a mystery to me exactly where if he fits in. So my theory is he definitely was in the know somehow, right? With the dealers and shakers of the city. And that was her link in to be able to meet people like Blue Dimension, people like Terry White, who, well, Terry White for sure is listed in his paperwork that he was like a dealer. Now, this is another thing Blue Dimension talked last night when he referenced being bought a motorcycle, right? Yeah. And then in the paperwork, she referenced buying her husband a boat. So, like, I mean, it could be me reaching, because y'all know how my mind works. It's like, so what was she on for real though? Like, what's really going on? But again, we don't have all the answers to this because of one person that is able to talk with us. We're not asking him no questions about it because we keep talking about other stuff. But next year, let's get into it.
Sammy Cowens started writing letters to the homies that she knew, but didn't know like that. All right? See, back then, I wouldn't bring Tammy to the club and have her in the mix with us with all the hoopla. I would call her when we done with all that shit. Hey, baby, pull up to the crib. It was one of them kind of situations. She only really knew Baby Blue, Bull, Big Cuz, the niggas that lived in the house with me. All right? Them was the niggas that she knew. She was writing letters to niggas and got cool with me through letters in prison when we was all in prison. Meaning, she never spent no intimate personal time with me.
You brought it to me, Big League, though.
They did not know each other like that. She met that nigga online and was telling that nigga what she could do. Oh, I could do this. I can help you do this. I can help you go shop a deal for the movie. That's how they fucking started. So now, she got locked up in 2005, October. 2006, they got cool. 2007, they got cooler. 2008, it started becoming an issue with Big Meech's wifey. If anybody remember, that was Big Meech's girlfriend back then. She was beefing with Tammy. Lil Meech's mama was beefing with Tammy.
Shout out to Blue Davinic, because like I really feel like Blue Davinic is definitely hurt when it comes to Tammy. I don't know why. Do I really think it's a Big Meech situation? No, I really think it's something else. I don't know what, but that lady hurt him, okay? And that's why I'm like, we need to ask him questions, because he's so passionate about that situation. He's gonna fill us in. Each time he talks about Tammy, we get a little bit more information in regards to exactly like more details surrounding her. So in this case, right, his timeline does add up. About 2008, from my research, is when the power of attorney and the life rights actually kick in. Because if y'all can do a simple Google search. In 2007, Tammy Cohen's is at Big Meech's hearing and with his mom and family. She's there, right? She even speaks to reporters. So y'all go check that out. I just don't feel like going to find it again, but it's out there. Nevertheless, so 2008, bam, she begins actually informing of Terry White. So in 2008, from my calculation, she acquired the power of attorney and the life rights to Big Meech.
That's crazy.
And she's actively, sexing on Terry White and recording phone calls. So, in my opinion, right, I feel like something transpired with her in 2008. I don't know what it is, but people don't randomly start working for the DEA for nothing. I don't know. It could have been as simple as, hey, I see you over there. Let me hit you up. But it got to be something. I think 2008 is about the year we need to really be looking at to find out why. Right? Because not Big Meech, Blue Davinic says she wasn't no rat when he met her. So what happened in 2008 for her to become one?
Again, what?
Or become an informant? I mean, I don't know.
No, you
These
did
days
that.
people want to correct the wording, so whatever. So yeah, that's something we need to do. We need to know. I mean, some people may say, well, it's not our business, it's not that. I'm just saying, if we're online, we're in and on the YouTubes, you're watching, you want to know just as well as I do. I mean, for real. The only difference between me and a lot of people, I want to know the truth. Like, if I'm really going to look into it, I don't want to just be doing clickbait. Now, timeline is going to halt at this point in 2008, okay? And that's because the years to come, we get into more of like the actual cases she was involved in. And I don't want to give too much too soon because I'm going to actually do content videos. So with that, 2008, this is where the timeline at. If anybody know Blue Davinic, tell them to come talk to me. I only want to ask questions about Tammy Cohen's. That's it. If anybody know who Terry White is, tell them to come holler at me. I only want to ask questions about Tammy Cohen's, right? Hell, at this point, I just want to ask about Tammy Cohen's. I'm intrigued, right? Because whatever her background is, right? And I'm not even talking about just because she's an informant, but she has been able to not only juggle one guy that's supposed to be of statute, but 2, 3, maybe even 4 if her husband come out to be some type of connect the dot up in the situation. So she is definitely, take all the telling aside, she ain't did a day in jail, okay? And like I said, that Terry White case shed a lot of light on other things. So she's not as clean as you think as far as that. I just haven't found the actual situation yet. So yes, hey, you can't knock her for what it is. It's like what was like a black widow, like you just coming there. Anyway, y'all, that's all I got for my timeline for now. I definitely wanted to drop it. I'm gonna be in the comments. Let's talk about it. And like I said throughout the video,
Blue Davinic, yes. What my thing is? No, why you always been bad? You don't know what being good is, do you? You don't even believe that.
All that Jeezy done did, Meech allowed to not be a part of or not be compensated for what we did for Jeezy to even get to that point. That was all on Meech. That was Meech and Jeezy together by themselves while Meech was on the ankle monitor when Jeezy signed all them record deals. You feel me? So he telling Meech, hey man, Def Jam talking about giving deal and motherfucking Puff and motherfucking Jazzy Faye, motherfucking Block. I'm finna get 2 record deals at one time. Meech over there high off double stack pills with bitches from the strip club stripping in the middle of the night, drunk, telling Jeezy, hell yeah, it's finna be on, my. But he ain't telling Jeezy, wait, hold on. What? They talking about contracts and all that? You holler at Blue, where we at in there? How much we entitled to? I'm gonna get my money back. I done spent all this motherfucking money on your ass. He ain't give a fuck about none of that. Me just want to party, have fun, say he connected to the artist. He not thinking. He not thinking, because if he was thinking, he would have stopped and said, boy, all right, hold on. I don't want my name on none of that shit. But you know Blue run all this music shit. That's why I even know you. Blue the one that sent you up here to me. Blue the one got you in the studio. Ain't you in Blue's studio every day right now? Oh, yeah. So holla at Blue and make sure he know what you got going on from up out that studio. See, Meech ain't been no grown man and did no shit like that. He kept me in the blind because nobody made. I knew I had Jeezy in the studio. Jeezy would call me every day, sending me the songs that are recording and all that. I'm just waiting till me say, all right, y'all come back. We got a handle on what's going on with these people trying to charge me for these 2 bodies. So y'all come back. We was waiting for that time. But before he say that, by the time, bro, that said, come on back and come back, I had to come back to Meech to Jeezy with 2 record deals, my nigga, and finish doing the video that we were doing before all the shit happened. I was filming that Raw report. So when you see that Raw, if you watch the Raw report, the BMF Raw report, at the beginning of it, when we in the studio talking and all, I'm in the studio, that's before the shooting. Then after the shooting, it come back and you see me throwing the actual event. So you see the night of the event and all the people, and Jeezy had signed the record deals. It was some months apart, but it's connected together, make it look like it's all the same time. So beforehand, I was fucking with Jeezy, and after, I never fucked with Jeezy again. So the second half of that video, when you see it, and Jeezy saying, oh, this mad at me, and blah, 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 he's saying it on the video, and I'm looking at this like the police that he is, and all that shit, son, and this all in the videos, because I didn't fuck with him no more. The problem was this. Meech was high, bro. And he don't know how to make decisions. He ain't understand. He can't see in the future. None of that shit. None of the shit that it takes for you to be a real boss. He had. The only qualification he really had, as far as I'm concerned, is understanding how to move a bag. Right? He should have been management for moving the bag, and somebody else should have been the head of the BMF to know what to do with the finances and shit like that, bro. So our kids and shit could have trust funds and shit to come, grow old off of and shit. We was making money up under BMF Entertainment, bro, that we could have been doing shit with the money. He would take the money, buy a Ferrari, you know what I'm saying, go to the club, do all the shit instead of the legal money that we hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal money, bro. Ain't buying no buildings, no property, no nothing, bro. He didn't want to hear no idea. Man, I don't want to hear what no talking about. Fuck that. I know how to get money, and you doing what I'm doing, fuck him. I don't want to be legal. And then by the time he finally tried to do it, he was already under investigation, and the feds was across the street watching the whole place get built. They watched our opening night at the Club Fuel. It's the only thing that I watched him do besides the record label as a real investment, bro, was Club Fuel. And the feds was across the street in the furniture store upstairs behind the tent, filming everything.
Damn.
You feel me? That's what was going on, bro. That, to me, bro, just horrible decision making. The horrible decision to say that I was a rat without having the paperwork. Because had he went and had his lawyer go pull the paperwork on how the people found that limo, it leads you to Ralph Sims, the person that testified and the person that told the police to go get the limo. I never talked to the police to even mention no limo. Try to put a thing together. Try to put 1 and 2 together. Oh yeah, Jay Diggs said Blue did a debriefing, so he must have told about that limo. No. That ain't how a boss move. A boss supposed to move like this. Hey, whoever the lawyer is, I need y'all to pull the shit what they talking about this limo so I can get down to the bottom of it and figure out what's going on. That's what a boss do. Once he get the paperwork and he got facts and he understand exactly what happened, he'll go back and call Jay Diggs. Hey, bitch ass, don't be talking about my man. Before you say a rat, you get you some fucking paperwork. Just because the man said he went to a debriefing meeting don't mean that he told on people. He just had to agree to go to a meeting. So if wasn't no, and it tell you right here in the affidavit, wasn't no information available for the government on Mr. McKnight's behalf. So what does that tell you? In the debriefing meeting, wasn't no information available to the government, especially into assisting them into no motherfucking arrest or no shit like that or recoverance of anything. So what does that mean? I go in a room and I'm pleading out. It was my plea agreement day. I'm pleading out. You feel me? But this shit crazy as hell, man. I just can't wait.
So why aren't people as loud with everything with with Big Meech and Tammy Collins? There's more evidence to point at and to examine that says that Big Meech is culpable and responsible and played a part in setting Cuffy up. There's more evidence against him doing that than there was ever. There is no evidence of you telling on the soul, and ain't none of these same who's criticizing you saying nothing about him. How do we get to that?
People was gonna go with what's on TV and what's popular because this groupies, bro, be bitches. They might still be street, but they still want to be where it's popping at and where they feel like it's popular. So if a feel like, oh, this a movie, oh, Big Meech on, all these Rick Ross with them, all these, so I'm with them. What Blue talking about? They not gonna care about no paperwork or not. Everybody's saying this, so I'm going with this. It's gonna take a needle in a haystack like Blue. I'm just built like that. I'm cut from a coffin from the 60s and 70s, bro. I'm a 78 baby, and I'm cut from a coffin that was doing they shit in the 60s. This is what you don't understand about a person like me from LA, gang member where I'm from. I've been doing this shit since I was fucking 17 years old, at least, bro. Actively. Okay? Outside, getting shot, busting, doing all the shit while Meech like me. Why y'all think the biggest drug dealer in the motherfucking world had me next to him every day, like a family member, like a son he never had? All the time. It was nothing that I couldn't get. I need to run 50 so I could do this shit and we doing these billboard meetings. Oh, Juice need another this for this magazine. Hey, I'm finna do 4,000 t-shirts, huh? Hey, oh man, go in that bag and get 30. That's why don't like me. Because I ain't had to sell no drugs at the beginning. And I get whatever I want. I'm spending more money than these making selling drugs. And I ain't sold nothing. Ain't like that, bro. I got all the popularity. I got the cameras out. I got the song. I got the celebrities next to me. I'm like this. Around, yeah, they with us, but a lot of niggas they don't like that because I'm getting the shine. I ain't even selling no drugs. Because it's my job to market and promote this shit and turn this shit into a household name. My job wasn't to sell no fucking drugs. My job is to make it to where you could say you BMF and people know what BMF is. That's why I'm spending all the money, and that's why people know what BMF is today. Yes, Meech might have been accumulating the money, but I put the marketing dollars where they needed to be for people to know what this shit is today. They know what Meech look like, know what his voice sound like. None of that shit till he met Blue Davinic. He had been out for all them years, right? You see pictures on the internet with him in the club in the straw chairs with the glasses on with the chain. But everybody in the world didn't know who that was. When I met Meech, he didn't even want to get in front of no camera.
Yeah, he should
have been. He should have stayed off the camera. Yeah.
Right.
Look,
so
he like this, man. Shit, what I'm supposed to say, man? Like, shit, come on, Blue. My brother, that's how you gotta say, bro. Say the shit that you be saying for real, man. Why you got these music people talking to me, man? They gotta talk to you. You do that music shit. Go look up my video called "We Still Here," bro, from 2003. You will see a timid Meech on camera for his first time acting.
Yeah, I don't, man. Your deal don't mean nothing to me, man. I'm not even supposed to be talking to this dude. Get Blue on the phone. Somebody get Blue on the phone, man.
Guess who directed his acting? Me. Benny Boone directed the video, but I directed Meech. That famous video where he got Tone Bird and Grit from St. Louis them behind him, and he like, yeah, we all got our own. If you fucked this one, you fucked that one, or you got your own, and all that shit. When he was talking, it's so famous. Man, supposed to take that video at 11 o'clock in the morning, dog face. It was 10 o'clock at night before he got in front of the camera. He got to get high, take pills. He timid. He one of them kind of people. We frontline this shit. I'm a frontline animal. You know, he like, oh shit, y'all got him? He one of them kind of guys. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he a hoe, because he'll get down, he'll fight. I ain't never seen him do it, but I'm pretty sure he'll bust that. Oh no, I seen him bust one time when they put the gun on my head, try to rob us at his house, try to do a home invasion on us at his house out here in Miami. It's when I first got to know him and shit.
like still doing the stomping ground shit, I think, or maybe right when the stomping ground shit first ended before we started the BMF label, and it was at the crib. We got home, they came up in the garage, put the pistol to my head, trying to rob us. I'm like, had this. I got a chain on from the swap meet. I ain't got no money yet or nothing. I'm still a broke crib from LA. You feel me? So, but then that night, that did run down when the Meech upped on him, and then the turned around and started running, and then I like, nigga, go get him. Like, why you? Meech kind of froze, looking at me a little bit. He went out there and he did bust that shit one time. Boom. But that was it. One shot. Boom. And he can't run back in the garage. Like, out here, you'll get a year for every bullet in the clip and blah, 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 saying all that and shit. But outside of that, my dog face, I'm going to tell you the real answer to the main question you want to know, bro. It's because is hoes and they opportunists, bro. That's why. That's why the rest of the people that we could look at and we supposed to respect as being real ain't public, ain't talking about it, because they just want to see how it play out. Because no matter how it play out, whether he a rat or not, if it turn out on his side, they got a chance to be with him by not speaking out against him. And everybody waited for that opportunity, bro. I'm telling you. You know how I know? I already knew that, but you know how I know for a fact? Because most of them is trying to hit me right now as we speak. All in my gram. I've been changed my number. I knew all this shit was coming. You got my brand new number. I had my number for 9 years. I wasn't doing nothing illegal. I didn't need to get rid of my number. Everybody had my number. Soon as I knew that was coming home, I knew what I did in 21 and saturated all this information. I changed my number so quick because it's going to separate the men from the boys. It's going to show me who I fuck with, because everybody that got to call me through Instagram, it mean that we wasn't in communication because you don't got my number. So that means you was with that shit that they was on, so stay over there and die with that shit.
Blue Da Vinci, why do you think Big Meech hasn't said anything about this prior to coming home, when because the new it exploded prior to him coming home? Why do you think he hasn't said anything about this? Why hasn't he addressed this?
Because the only way to save face, he would have to lie to save face, and he's gonna pick his lies apart. So it's better to say nothing than to lie and then have to keep trying to explain your way out of all these lies. Because he's not gonna come out and just say, yeah, I did this shit, fuck y'all, what y'all gonna do? He's not gonna say that. So he also not gonna come and try to lie about it and everybody prove his lies, because you can't lie around the truth when the information is available, bro. That's why. So he just gotta shut up and don't say nothing. And whoever fuck with me, they do, and whoever don't, they don't. That's where it's at right now with him. He gonna keep acting like nothing. He gonna keep trying to promote the party and all this shit. Like this shit ain't even going on. Like it don't affect him. But I see the picture on the party. I see his face. It's sagging downwards, not upward, like gravity pulling his face down. Because that's his sorrow.
Everybody down.
That's how he really feel. I know the man. I know his face is always up. Look, in that picture, that whole shit is naturally hanging down like a motherfucking Dutch hound or something. That he look, I could see it in his eyes. Like he would, when they took that picture of him, that was thinking about what's going on now. Guarantee you. He like, damn, bro, this shit.
There is no way that he's not thinking about this shit. There's no way.
And I'm not saying it just because hypothetically. I'm saying it because of the look on his face in the picture. If you look at the picture from that concert, and that's black and white of him, and you zoom in on it, you can see the sorrow in his eye. You can see the worry. You see me all the time, and I'm comfortable. I'm bouncing my baby girl on my knee. I don't have a care in the world. I don't give a fuck. I'm not worried about no. I go anywhere. I be pushing the stroller with me, just me and my little baby, all out in the middle of South Beach or wherever I'm at, LA and Detroit. Just came to Detroit, ran off the. Hold on, bro. I'm comfortable in my shell, my. That's on everything I love. I'm so comfortable in my shell. I don't gotta worry. Any question you got for me, I'll answer it. And I'll answer it so you can understand it, and it'll actually change your perception on how you was coming. That happens more times than not. Oh, but why they saying that it was your girl first?
It was.
She must have been a rat when she was with you. All this type shit. Nah. Here, look, I sent him the part. Tammy became a government informant in 2009, and then I'll send that to somebody, and then I'll send a message that say, bro, I had the shit in 03, 04. Come on, man, stop playing with me. Next. So like anything anybody ever try to say, because when you write, bro, and when you telling the truth, bro, and you speaking your truth, it's like the full armor of God. Like you can't be beat. How could you be beat with perfect answers, man? So it's nothing that nobody could tell me in this situation that I don't answer and tell them exactly how it went, no matter what their ideology is. See, everybody else is looking in trying to figure out. I'm trying to tell you what I already know from being on the inside. See, that's the difference between me and everybody else, right? I'm on the inside of this shit for real, bro. From by the time that was in Gardena and him and T was doing that and I met him, from that point on, I got my perception. I got what I seen. That's why even my film is so valuable. Okay, now look, if Rick Ross talking about doing a movie or something. So now he with me, so me's gonna give him some information to do the movie. Guess what's gonna happen? It still ain't gonna be my shit because number one, it's not gonna show Meech working with the feds. So you're not gonna get the whole real story. And number two, you're not gonna see none of that frontline shit that we were doing because Meech was in the house put up while we was outside doing all the shit. He come out in the middle of the night when it's time to go to the club, but we outside sweating all day, gotta take 2 showers during the day, nigga, promoting up and down the South Beach Memorial Weekend squabble with niggas coming back telling him what didn't happen. We gotta come back and report to that what's going on. So I bear more of the information of the lit part of BMF than damn near anybody because I was, of my unique standpoint, I was in the middle because I didn't have to do the dread and I was the only that was able to fuck with other people. See, the homies that didn't do no entertainment and no rapping or no shit like that, they wasn't even allowed to bring around. You couldn't bring your homeboy from your hood with you when you put up on us. You got to come by yourself if you are able to be
smart.
Around. But Blue could fuck with anybody he want because he's doing the music. Niggas didn't like that. What you mean, bro? This my man, bro. I been grew up with this. I don't give a fuck. Leave that nigga where he at or you stay your ass with him. That what Meech will tell you.
That's
if he's inviting you somewhere or allowing you to come and be around us. The actual members were not allowed to bring people around. That's from BMF. That's there day in, day out. I couldn't bring people around until Meech understood who I was and my character. And then he started like, oh shit, oh your cousin got them pills shit. Get your cousin out here then. Boom, my cousin pull up. He a loc though. You feel me? He'll kill something. Nutty Block, Compton, Crip. You feel me? And Meech was attracted to that gang, LA gang swag, bro. Meech was mad T was mad at Meech because Meech was turned into an LA Crip and T original D-boy for death though. Died D-boy. One thing I can say about Terry, bro, he don't give a fuck about none of that shit in Detroit. I'm telling you that. Don't let no tell you no different. Meech, he'll be of the world. I'll send you a picture of the throwing up pitchforks. He want to be a GD at a certain time. He get with us. He cripping. He got all red throwing on pitchforks with this picture. Then he get with us. He get with me. By the time he brought me to Atlanta, Meech threw all his red clothes away, homie. That's how his cripping went. You couldn't light a blunt with a red lighter in his house. You couldn't drink out of a red cup, a red plastic cup in his house. That's how his cripping went. He ain't have no hood. He ain't get no gang hood until he was in prison. You know he's from West Boulevard Crip. Did you know that?
No, didn't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's been brought home to a gang. You ain't seen that big-ass WB on his arm? That stands for West Boulevard. The name Diablo put him on West Boulevard Crip. Why did he become West Boulevard Crip, somebody would ask. Well, when he first moved to L.A., he was living with a that lived in West Boulevard Crip, so he met all of them that was from around there, so he knew him. So when he got to California, Lompoc, there one of them that run the West Boulevards named Diablo, big old light-skinned with long hair like Meech, put him on West Boulevard. He got the tattoo and all that shit. So that's why I went back to LA a little while ago, like, oh, this finna get out. And I'm letting all you know that you got to put these West Boulevard ass on the floor and make sure that they finna harbor this rat so we can get that on the floor. I'm not finna, on my coast, this not finna come home shooting movies and acting like he Tookie Williams. Not in my city where I'm from. No, that's not finna happen. I don't know what he gonna do in the D or down here where I'm at in Miami, whatever. In LA, you ain't finna come high side and play games in LA. I'm gonna get you rolled up out that motherfucker immediately. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go and let no look. I put the paperwork on the floor because none of these watch the internet. So I put the paperwork on the floor. I go to my cousins, my uncles, and that run these neighborhoods and shit. Like, look, let all your little homies and everybody know this what it is. Cub be coming to West, and when he get down here and anybody catch wind of this shit, put it on the floor. Check it. So I ain't got the West Boulevard phone. And then at the end of the day, I know how it is anyway. They don't care as long as some money around there, man. We fucking with it. I know what they gonna do. That's just gonna cause some problems on the West Coast. I'm like, nah, fuck y'all niggas. Y'all niggas the rat. He try to diss the homie. He's gonna become for some Crip shit, West Coast shit.
I got a question for you, bro. Okay, here's my question. So, BMF as a concept, the initial players were born in Detroit, right? Can you tell me on a scale from? Can you tell me the cities that were most instrumental in building BMF as a movement? Because it ain't just Detroit. What other cities?
It start with Detroit. So you got Detroit, and then I'm gonna say LA. Okay. And then once you're talking about movement and connection, like once shit would drop and how far the product and shit was spread, you talking nationwide, bro. St. Louis, motherfucking Alabama, Florida, Georgia, all over, bro. So the network was going all over. You know what I'm saying? How the shit was moving and then the money was coming back, that shit was going nationwide. But as far as the members that walked around and carried the shit on their back all day, it ain't even Detroit. See, that's what people don't understand. Let me tell you why. This is because Meech and T split up. Okay? And when they split up, see, we wasn't popular when they split up. Didn't know about no BMF and shit like that when Meech and T split up. Learned that Meech and T split up. Yeah, everybody in the D knew, but I'm talking about nationwide. Niggas didn't know, okay? So what happened was Meech brought me to Atlanta, and I ended up having like 6 niggas from LA. I met the ill out in Atlanta, pulled him with us. Met the Omari rat ass. You got ill, and then Woo from Alabama. Right. Now you got Meech knew J-Bo, so he bring J-Bo in, and then J-Bo ended up calling for his 2 little mans, which was Tito and D-Shot. And then Throwback from Miami, new Throwback from Lil Meech Mama neighborhood, where Lil Meech Mama from over out here in Dania. There's a little named Tho used to be rolling the blunts for Meech all the time when Meech used to sit in the park with them over there in their neighborhood, okay? So he ended up bringing Tho out. And that was the main BMF crew that was doing the fighting, the shooting, and the representing. T-Nim was in LA and Beverly Hills in the house just moving their bag. They wasn't out representing BMF. So once we start doing all that and making all that noise and all the shit would start going on, what T did was severed himself from BMF. That's where 263 comes from. Okay? Now, you ask, where the fuck does 263 shit come from? First and foremost, it comes from a tattoo right off of my arm. So the reason why I say 263 is because, and they don't even know why they say it, but it's because where I'm from in LA, we use the phone for all kind of different messages or whatever. 143 be I love you. You know, of course, 187 is murder. You know what I'm saying? So whatever your acronym is on the phone, you dial the first 3 numbers. So BMF is 263. So I was getting a tattoo. I still got it on my arm to this day. I'm gonna take a picture of it and send it to you. But it's a gun. It's my arm holding a gun, right? And it says death before dishonor. And it says BMF on my arm. And on the drawing on the shit, he had BMF on the gun. And I'm looking at my shoulder, my neck, all these fucking BMF places I got BMF on me. I'm like, bro, don't put BMF on the gun, bro. Let's put 263 or something. So it just don't say BMF, but it still mean BMF. So once we start going crazy and T and Meech was separated, T wanted to separate himself from what we was doing with BMF, so they started branding 263. They told everybody they're no longer BMF. Don't call them that. That's Meech. That's them in Atlanta. We out here. We doing our own shit. We 263. So all they T-shirts and everything, tattoos, and they even got the weed company now, and they done built a big brand off of it. It's just not popular like what we branded as BMF. You know what I'm saying? He started as BMF, but he let go of it like right around, I would say, 2002. Because none of them was at my first big video shoot with Benny Boone. That was just all BMF, and them was doing 263. So when you asking me what states is really responsible for marketing that BMF shit, I'm gonna tell you Cali. Because we the ones that was with Meech moving him around, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then the other nigga, we was like the most of us was from Cali that was with us. It was more from Cali than from anywhere else. Ask me how many from Detroit was with Meech's crew. Ask me.
How many?
Yeah. One. Guess who it was?
Who?
Meech.
Damn.
Yeah, this what people don't know, homie. This why T ain't like his brother no more. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I was there. I watched it. T hated that relationship with me. It was like I was turning into his brother.
So here I have another question for you, brother. The shit that's going on with Meech right now, right? Is that a Detroit problem, or is it or because BMF was a nationwide organization, it is a countrywide ghetto problem? How should niggas be looking at it?
I mean, a problem as far as what though?
Like a stain on a stain.
To try to fix it.
Yeah, a stain.
I mean, no, it's not a stain on Detroit.
You feel take a nap? It's almost nap time.
That's 10 toes, bro. I can't put what he did on y'all state. I mean, you talking about Dogface, you talking about Ray, you talking about all my niggas over there from 100 fam, you talking about all my niggas in Southwest, you talking about I know on the West Side, you talking about everybody I know from Detroit. No. Them thing did what Meech did. Meech did that shit on his own, made his own fucking decision, bro. He got to live with that shit. So it's a worldwide thing that's aimed at Meech and not a worldwide thing that's aimed at Detroit. I don't see saying, all them Detroit is rats. Like, no, you don't know. So hell no. No, Detroit, y'all stand the fuck up. My thing is, I just wish that more. See, I see the streets is with understand what's going on in the D. It's just the rappers and the artists that I didn't get. Like, why is all you running to go fuck with this? Even if it was just rumors of the shit, I wouldn't be going to fuck with no. That's probably how I feel about me. Oh, everybody's saying Blue Toad, so a lot of trying to won't fuck with me or something. I don't fuck with it anyway, so I don't feel it. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? To me, it don't make no difference. Don't get me wrong. That move that bag. I can't take that away from that red there, boy. He could put one of them programs together. But logically thinking, bro, he's piss poor. He sucks. He fucking sucks at thinking like an average
couldn't be
everyday grown man and making decisions, bro. His decision making is fucked. When it comes to that shit, he's fucking John Gotti or something. Like, he got it together.
I got you, bro. So listen.
I'm gonna hop back on this later. I'm gonna put my baby to sleep.